Welcome to round three against Littlefield. Littlefield is actually the only player that I tested any games of the format with. I played 2 games with him the night before this tournament, I think, and I played this deck and I played my Simic Emerge deck, which I think are the 2 best decks that I was deciding between. And I went with this one just because I thought it was a little bit more unique, really, just because nobody else was playing it. So he knows what to expect. And this hand seems okay. Littlefield's on the mold of 6, which is good for me. And he's on the green-blue deck. Okay. I'm well prepared for the green-blue deck. Yeah, Uvenwold Captive did. Bolt the Bird always. Alchemist. Yeah, like their mana coming into play tapped is like pretty bad. One of the, again, key selling points of this deck is always curving out very well. Montagna's doing work. Evenwald Captive is kind of fine. Puts him on 5 mana so he could self-assemble next turn. But he probably has a land anyway. He might not. I don't know. I was debating whether I should use the Galvanic Bombardment or not. But I'm definitely going to. What does he say? Good luck, good luck. Good luck, have fun. Yeah. So I ping him for 2, kill his guy. Just constraining their mana is good, so they can't do multiple things in a turn. And yeah, Kujar Seed Sculptor, not that good of a card. I like the theory of it in the self-assembler mirror, right? Like you both make assemblers, then you just make yours a 5/5 and attack past theirs. The problem is when you're attacking with it, like they can just double block with anything and get past the +1/+1 counter. And 2 mana 2/3, like again, is just awful against Thermo Alchemist. And it doesn't even work well with like Rabid Bite. I guess it works well with Hunt the Weak for killing X3s, but it's just not a 2-drop that you want in this deck. I'd rather play Grapple from the Past or the Captive, obviously, or take Inventory. So wish we hit a 5th land coming up here soon, but we're actually hoping for him to play Self-Assembler because I've got the combo of Lightning Axe Greeting ready. And I actually, and he does have the 5th land, and he does have the Assembler. Alright, so this, my deck's game plan is so perfectly set up for this. I love it. So I just keep pinging him. I believe I'm just going to Flame Lash him. Yeah, I think I'm going to hit him. And that should be a weird signal to him. 13. Yeah, down to 7. Okay, so 13 hit him to 9 and ping him twice more, so down to 7. Okay, and I do hit the land from my own self-assembler, but I don't need to do that. I can... He's just dead on board, right? Like, I ping him twice down to 5, play a spell, ping him down to 3, play a spell, ping him down to 1, untap and kill him. So what I actually want to do though is wait for him to play the next self-assembler. I will gladly just take this 6 damage, it doesn't matter. Tap out, play your assembler, yeah. Basically I needed to hold the Lightning Axe instant speed open in case he went to play Hunt the Weak or Rabid Bite. If he would have done that, then I would have saved my Thermal Alchemist. But yeah, ping him to 5, play 2 spells, kill both of his guys, and deal him lethal. So yeah, that's one way to deal with Self-Assembler. Basically, Thermal Alchemist is just a much better card than Self-Assembler. People are calling for Self-Assembler bans when Thermal Alchemist is much more, I guess, of a powerful card. I guess it's easier to deal with, but anyway, this matchup, if he played the high drops like Eldrazi Devastator, I'd like the Hijack because I have no way to actually kill that card. But I'm not certain he does. The Power Helix isn't that good. I think I just bring in the 4th Lightning Axe and maybe the 3rd and 4th Alchemist Greeting. I like Brazen Wolves because it can attack into his board of things and puts a little bit of extra pressure in play. Cutting some Pyre Hounds and the Mad Prophet. Just kind of like slower, smaller 4-drops and stuff. Don't necessarily need all the flame lashes too. I'd rather have the Alchemist's Greeting. So that's the sideboard plan. And this hand is pretty interesting. 3 Union and 2 Bombardment, 1 Assembler. I actually think this is a keep on the draw for the main reason that if I hit a land, I can reunion away like a Bombardment and a Reunion, and I'm just going to have a really high chance of hitting the rest of my land drops. And even if I don't, like the first 2, if he goes turn 2 Uvenwold Captive, turn 3 Uvenwold Captive, I've got that covered even if I brick on land drops. So he can't really get ahead. So I probably have like 3 draw steps to hit a land here before it really matters. And I hit perfectly anyway, so. And he did not hit. Okay. Here, I probably want to Cathartic Reunion. And probably get rid of maybe 1 Bombardment, 1 land. Probably. I don't like discarding Cathartic Reunions. What did I get rid of? Bombardment land, good. And I did hit a land drop, so I'm not gonna miss my land drop, which is good. But even if I did miss my land, like I would have just Cathartic Reunioned again, getting rid of 2 spells, and like it really is not that big a deal. So this is why we play Brazen Wolves. It's like a really good turn 3 play because even if they played a 4/4 here, we can attack into it, or we can play a removal spell and then get into it. So Brazen Wolves is pretty good, even compared to Pyrehound. And again, Borderland Marauder might have been okay too, but it just dies to so many more things and doesn't get through X4s, which is kind of the selling point of the format with Self-Assembler, right? Okay, so this guy, I guess, just doesn't need to be a 4/4 because the 3/3 version trades with my 4/3. The problem is that I have Galvanic Bombardment as Lightning Bolt, so I'm just gonna kill his guy and attack for 4 and just get the beat train going. I could Cathartic Reunion here, but I don't really want to get rid of spells. I think I'd rather save those for, like, if he plays Self-Assembler here. That's totally fine with me. I'm just gonna kill that and bash. Ooh, actually, that was actually a pretty key play. CawBlade bitch in the team chat. Yikes. Anyway, alright, key play for me attacking there and trading is actually pretty relevant. If he has Hunt the Week, I don't want to play. If I don't attack and he has Hunt the Week, and I play out like my play then is either just say go, and he attacks and I can't block, and then he plays another Self-Assembler, but I can only Flame Lash would probably be my best way to interact with it. But I really want my Pyrehound in play before I cast, these 4 spells in my hand. So by trading the Brazen Wolves for the Self-Assembler this turn, it allows me to play my Pyrehound here on a totally empty board, which means he can't kill it with like Rabid Bite or Hunt the Weak, because it's going to take his whole turn to replay this Self-Assembler. So the odd thing that happens here is that my opponent accidentally F6 through his turn, and so I verify that with him real quick. Yeah, and he's like, I asked him if he X6'd, he said, I guess I didn't, during my own turn, it didn't give me option to attack, which normally lets me back out of that. It just passed back through when you did. Okay, and I said, that's weird. Okay, I'll pass back. I'm a good guy, right? Like, I drew a extra card for him, but basically I'm not going to attack, and I'm just going to pass the turn back. I drew a Flame Lash, which I already had, so it's totally fine. So he goes, thanks. And I'm pretty big about that. Like, if a Moto misclick happens, like, it's kind of on them. But, like, this is a simple thing for me to fix. It's like, I don't need to beat the guy just because F6 got him. He obviously didn't mean to do that. Alright, so he plays Self-Assembler. Again, I've got that covered. I'm just going to Flame Lash it. and grow my Pyrehound. So here I draw a self-assembler, which is kind of awkward. So I think I want to discard one of them. And I can also discard, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to discard. The other Cathartic Reunion? Yeah, I guess I discarded the other Cathartic Reunion. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so I get to play my land. I have Lightning Axe plus Alchemist Greeting open, and I'm bashing for 4. Okay, this is pretty perfect. Alright, so I play the Alchemist because I want him to play Self-Assembler, and then I want to do the Lightning Axe Alchemist Greeting play the next turn. So here I can just bash right through his guy again. And again, I'll just... Oh, I think I just have him dead. I bash... I hit him for 4 to the face. I ping him. Again, I forgot the F8 bug got me again. With this 1 extra mana, I was going to Lightning Axe, kill his Self-Assembler. I was going to get an extra ping with this 0-3, and I was going to deal him an extra point with this Pyrehound. But he just plays out some creatures, and I guess he's just... Yeah, he's just dead on board to my Thermal Alchemist, so I don't really need to do anything. So yeah, so this match was definitely valuable because I learned that I think the matchup is pretty good, even though I think his deck is strong. The removal spells just line up well, and instant speed is super helpful, but the F8 bug is a big deal, and I learned to play around it in the following rounds. Alright, so yeah, so I just 3-0, 6-0'd the Swiss. So it should be the 1 seed going into the top 8, so stay tuned for that.